To me, this is just a magical place. To be surrounded by all these local artisans making butter, making cheese, growing vegetables on their farm. As a chef, I want to get the best possible ingredients I can and really just let them speak for themselves. And every day, it's just like a great adventure.
Montpelier has a really hopping restaurant scene. We have over 30 places to eat. We have so many things just right here in our downtown that people want in their community.
Today is Mayfest, which is where we come out of hibernation from the long winter. And so there's lots of activity down here at the farmer's market. And it just so happens it's also Green Up Day. It's an annual statewide tradition where across the state over 20,000 people green up, picking a stretch of roadway, park, public space to pick up litter from, and basically just to beautify and make our state sparkle.
When a place has trash, it's a magnet for more trash. But if there isn't litter, people think twice. Keeping a place clean is contagious.
The Trash Tram is a volunteer group of folks that go out once a week to pick up the litter in Montpelier.
Montpelier's size being roughly a mile from end to end and 8,000 people, it's impossible to walk from your house into the downtown and not run into at least one person you know. I think knowing your neighbor, it being an easy place to walk and bike in, contributes to civic engagement.
It's rich work, actually. It looks bad, and all you do is just pick something up and it changes everything, right? Makes it good again. Hey, you guys, we're gonna go over to the parking lot behind Bear Pond.
Bear Pond Books opened in 1973. It's become an institution in Montpelier. We're involved with schools, we're involved with other nonprofits in the town. So we definitely feel like we're community partners. A lot of businesses in Montpelier are like that. One time during a horrible rainstorm in the summer, we got a flood from upstairs and water started pouring down here. And everybody in the store rushed and grabbed books and were like tearing them out of the way. You know, so people just like pitched in immediately. People care about the store. They don't just shop here, they care about what happens to it.
This is a pretty small town, population-wise. It just feels like a very supportive place. Hey Claire, how's it going?
Good, how are you guys doing?
We're doing great. We just found Pete the cat doing construction. I worked at this bakery as a teen, and the people that would come in really early in the morning were all carpenters. And I was totally fascinated by it. And it was a very romantic kind of fascination when I was a teenager because I had probably used a hammer 3 times by the time I was 20. After college, I'd studied timber framing and ended up moving to Montpelier to work at a company that is just really special in my opinion. Timber Homes, Vermont. Timber framing is a very traditional building technique around here. It's a really good use of the natural materials that grow here. All of the timber that we use is from Vermont or New Hampshire. We are a worker-owned company. We build a huge range of things, from tiny little trailhead kiosks up to like frame-to-finish homes. Hubbard Park is a big, beautiful 200-acre park right in the middle of the city, and my husband is the caretaker of the parks. So we get to live in the house in Hubbard Park.
Playing baseball.
We're playing baseball.
I wanted to be in a place where I could walk to town and there was like restaurants and cafes and sort of life in a town center. It was important to me.
I think a city is defined by its parks. If you think of any great city in the world, at least for me, maybe I'm biased, I think about their parks. What makes the park system in Montpelier special is that the city sort of wraps around all these parks. So you go out your back door and it feels like you're living in the country. One of the things I like about living in central Vermont is that people live here because they want to live here, because they want a quality of life. A natural result of that is that you have a lot of people who are really engaged with their community. So that means that people come out on kind of a cold, rainy day to plant trees.
You want me to get the wiffle ball bat, or you want to just do football? Okay, football, cool.
I grew up here and then left for college, and I went to law school in LA. Compared to like LA, where I drove 10 miles and then it took me 45 minutes every day. Here in Montpelier, I can walk to work because it's about 1.5 miles. I have essentially 2 more hours a day to spend with my kids and my family, which is, priceless. I work for National Life Group, a life insurance company selling life insurance and annuities nationwide. It's on a hill on the other side of town, surrounded by forest. There's hiking trails, and people, including me, regularly go out and use those over our lunch break. So employees work hard. We believe employees are more productive when they come to work happy. Personally, I think that's grounded in the company being here in Vermont.
My husband and I both grew up in Montpelier. Our whole childhood was running around the neighborhood and walking downtown, and we wanted our kids to have the same sort of situation that we had when we were growing up. I do hand-stamped copper and silver jewelry, and most of it is personalized or quotes from books. It is in the shelter of each other that the people live. It's an Irish proverb. I also work at Vermont College of Fine Arts. Montpelier, I always think of it as like a bowl. There's hills, and the college is right on the edge of the bowl.
The Vermont College of Fine Arts, they are a wonderful addition to the businesses downtown. They bring so many great writers and poets and just artisans to town. There's just art all over town. And Montpelier has a great art walk that happens periodically. We actually just started a public art commission that's going to bring more art into town. I just love the vibe here in Montpelier. I love that people are so engaged and so interested in making Montpelier the best place it can be. There's a lot of love in this town, for the town.
People love being here, and people love being a community. People care about stores, but they care about each other.
I love it that you can try something creative and new and different that will make the world better.
Being able to live in town and enjoy these wild spaces, I think, is what makes this city special.
This is a special place for me. I wouldn't want to raise my kids anywhere else. This is home.